School Environmental Club. The High School Environmental Club, the Bronxville Village Green Committee, the PTA Sustainability members, and was grant supported by the Bronxville School Foundation.
Composting reducibles in need for pesticides because compost enrich soil and promotes healthy plant growth. Plants grow in compost-rich soil tend to be more to diseases.
Composting has many benefits. It prevents soil erosion, it assists in stormwater management, it promotes healthier plant growth, it conserves water, it reduces waste, it helps fight climate change, it reduces project maintenance costs, and it improves soil health.
To complete the food scrap recycling program at school, the Village of Bronxville offers a food scrap recycling programs. Families can take place at home.
The village offers a kit that includes everything you need for an easy and clean kitchen collection of all your food scraps and waste. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. You collect it, you store it, you transfer it, and you drop it off.
Thank you, everyone, and a special thank you to Ms. Turgini, who helped start the Zero Waste program.
Thank you for allowing us to present.
Thank you. I think this is my favorite meeting I've ever attended. That was so great. I'm so glad that you were able to join us and give us that overview on the Zero Waste program. And thank you to Ms. Adams and Mr. Veglica also. Committee members of the new PTA Sustainability Committee, as was mentioned earlier, recently worked to support the elementary school with the rollout of the Zero Waste program. The mission of the committee is to develop a culture of sustainability in our schools through education and programming that teaches students about environmental stewardship and provides opportunities to make positive environmental impacts in their school life. The committee will strive to improve sustainable practices in existing programs and implement new sustainable initiatives by sharing ideas with the school administration, faculty, and students. The committee's chair, Maria Tarjanian, was not able to join us tonight, but if you're interested in volunteering on the committee or just want to share ideas, please email sustainability@bronxvillepta.org. Next, we will hear from Dr. Vastola, who runs our school's CARE program. CARE stands for Community Awareness, Responsibility, and Empathy. Please keep an eye out for the next newsletter from CARE, which will be in this Friday's Principal's Message. Dr. Vastola, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. I want to start off. Hello. I want to start off by giving a huge shout out to Anders and Ella. That was an amazing job. And I wholeheartedly support the composting program. And those of you who are interested in doing it in their community, we do it in Scarsdale, and it is really efficient, and it is a great thing to do. So thank you, Ella and Anders. So hi, everybody. I'm going to briefly update you on CARE. I know, as you said, you have a robust agenda tonight, and I summarized what we've been doing in the second rotation of CARE in the newsletter. One other thing I do want to add to what Rakia was talking about in terms of parent-teachers meetings is that it's also important for you to let the teacher know, what are they doing that's making an impact on your child? Because, you know, teaching is first and foremost a social act. So it's important to reinforce that connection, and anything that your child comes home talking about that they were excited about, or a certain way that a teacher encouraged them, it's really important to reinforce that with teachers. So that's what I wanted to say about that. I'm going to give you a couple of terms so we can all speak the care language in school and at home. So the basis of care is mindfulness. Now, by mindfulness, we don't mean just sitting and meditating and being calm. I mean, that is helpful. We do sit, we do breathe in and out. Sometimes we do an active mindfulness. But the goal of mindfulness is to help kids sit and be able to reflect on what their experience is right here, right now. So you will have children sharing things as profound as, I was just thinking about our new baby in the house, and I was feeling excited and I was feeling anxious. Or as a student said in kindergarten today, well, I'm feeling kind of hungry and angry right now, and went into a whole lecture about how Rice Krispies are just puffed rice, and if you come down too late, it's all soggy, and so it goes from there are many experiences that the kids share and get it in touch with. We have introduced, let me just start with also the 3 states of mind. Every child in the school knows what emotion mind is. Emotion mind is when you have strong emotions and it's really tough to make good decisions at that point. And those emotions could be elation as well. Wise mind is when you become aware of your emotions and know the facts, and then are able to make a decision in terms of what to do. Even the kindergartners know about wise mind and emotion mind. From grades 1 to 4, we've introduced what we call the mood meter. Now, any of you familiar with Mark Brackett's work know that this is very central to that. And basically, every care journal from grades 1 to 4 has a mood meter in, and we have it in the classroom so kids can check in and see where they are. And we reinforce with them, if they're not in a comfortable mood zone, they're capable of changing their moods. And we've been reinforcing that again and again, because our current module is distress tolerance. What are the things that create stress in our life, and how do we manage stress? Because it's always there. And then, yes, Anthony Vaglica, we have spoken about the fact that a certain amount of stress is important and motivates us. That's Mr. Vaglica's one of his favorite care topics, okay? But too much stress is overwhelming. The last thing I want to talk about, it has to do with the Harvard study. I think it was Miss Janik's class. Some of your kids may come home and try to impress you with their knowledge of the Harvard study. Now, the Harvard study is a very elegant and long-term study that's been replicated on happiness. And I encourage you to Google it. It was written up in the Wall Street Journal. It was written up in the New York Times. And after a basic level of creature comforts, they found that really the ingredients for happiness and a long life have to do with connection. And we certainly learned that over COVID, didn't we? And it's not only the connections, the obvious connections of family and friends, but it's even the casual connections in life. Do we ask the clerk at the grocery store how their day is going? Do we give a warm greeting to Angelique and George as we come into the school building? And there's a great article, you can Google it, in the that was in the New York Times, the 7-Day Happiness Challenge. I'm going to continue to talk to the kids about connections. And in a few of the classes, we've already had them write in their care journals people who they'd like to establish connections with, and how are they going to go about doing it? That about sums it up for now. Working with your kids is one of the most glorious experiences one can have. It's so great for me to feel connected with them on a daily basis. And thank you for allowing me to just give this brief presentation. Any questions?
If we see any in the chat, Dr. Vestola will
Yeah, I don't see any either.
them out. Okay. Thank you so
I'm
much.
glad I was so thorough.
Thank you. It's definitely helpful to hear how parents can incorporate the DBT skills at home that their children are learning in school. Next, we will hear an update from the Schools Foundation from Katrina Ney. Katrina?
Yeah, thanks, Tara. Hi, everyone. I have a few quick updates to pass along tonight. First up is that the Bronxville School Foundation is kicking off its 2023 grant cycle. The foundation's eager to support requests that enable faculty, students, and the school community to lead, innovate, engage the world, and think critically. Any student, parent, teacher, or administrator can apply for a grant. In the past, parents have applied for a grant with the student as a co-applicant, so we encourage you to talk about grant ideas with your child. We've had students and parents bring us wonderful ideas for new curriculum, technology and equipment, and innovative programming, and we funded grants for the arts, athletics, health and wellness, and all academic disciplines. The foundation's grant application is now open, and the deadline for submission is March 1st. The application and summaries of recently approved grants are available on the foundation's website. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to VP of Grants, Jen Lescott, or the Executive Director of the Foundation, Helena McSherry. On a separate note, the foundation will be accepting nominations through February 3rd to fill open positions on its board of directors for the upcoming year. Candidates are village residents who would work with current board members to raise funds and support grants that will enhance educational programs in the Bronxville School District. Foundation's board of directors consists of 30 people, including one member of the Board of Education, the superintendent of schools, and the president-elect of the PTA, and reflects a broad and diverse cross-section of the community. Parents of current students and graduates, alumni, and community members are encouraged to express interests. To express your interest, propose candidates, or learn more about the foundation, please contact Helena McSherry in the foundation office. And finally, just a quick reminder that the foundation's community drive is ongoing and a critical source of the funding that makes our grants program possible. A sincere thank you to all of the school families that have made a donation already. For those of you still considering making a donation, it's not too late. Please help us achieve 100% participation from school families in the special year marking the school centennial. To make a donation, please visit the foundation's website at bronxvilleschoolfoundation.org. Thank you.
Thank you for that update, Katrina. The final portion of our agenda tonight is to hear from the various committees. We'll try to run through these quickly to be mindful of everyone's time. First up is Deirdre Harrington to give us an update on the yearbook. Deirdre?
Hi, everyone. I looks like I'm here under Maeve, but this is Deirdre, her mom. I am happy to report on the yearbook and how everything is going for the elementary school yearbook, which I've been working on with Catherine Westerheim, kindergarten teacher, and Yelena Offengum, who is our treasurer. As you've all seen, we've launched the sales on the membership toolkit. We're off to a terrific start. The yearbooks are $41 per book. We have hard copies for the 5th graders and soft copies for kindergarten to 4th grade. We're aiming to get orders complete by April 2nd, which means that we will have the books to deliver and distribute for field day in June. So we look forward to that. We also have the yearbook club that we've established through Basque starting in the fall. It's been so successful, thanks to a lot of work by Catherine, actually, that we've had to establish another class for the winter session. It's going really well. The kids are doing an absolutely amazing job. They're loving it. They're loving getting their hands dirty on the software and being able to be a big part of putting their signature on this book. So it's really terrific having them part of that. We do need some help. You'll see some emails coming out for some help in pictures. For all the grades, we're looking for some group pictures. There is a designated class photo manager for each class. And so we're looking to at least get 20 pictures, like as many group pictures as possible to get in the book by February 4th. We'll get a reminder out. And for 5th grade, you can keep an eye out for a communication for a Google form, which will be an opportunity for the kids and parents to submit a quote for the yearbook, as well as to share a picture of a kindergarten picture that we'd like to include also. So those are all due by February 4th. That's it for me.
All right, thank you, Deirdre. Next up is Amy Howard to give us a recap on the book fair that was held in November. Amy?
Hi, everyone. Our book fair went really well in November. We used a new vendor named Main Street Books, and we enjoyed ourselves working with them. They had really great quality books. We had a lot less posters and toys and extra things to spend their money on. And it seemed like the kids, because they were forced to buy some good quality books, walked away with some good use of their money, and that we hope that the parents were happy with. The company is family run and close by, so we were able to restock our books every day basically, and so it didn't matter what day your class was signed up to come. Everyone had a great set of books to choose from, so that was a wonderful highlight. It was the first time we did online book sales. Anyone who couldn't make it there in person was able to shop online, which a few people did, and it worked out nicely. And then we also hosted an evening shopping event for anybody who couldn't make it during the day. Teachers recommended books, CARE recommended books, our reading specialist recommended books. So that was a wonderful touchstone for everyone to have. We initiated our project to give donations for PS 306 in the Bronx, and we were able to donate 165 new books to their school, which they were thrilled about. And thanks to all of you, we were able to donate over $3,800 of money to our teachers for wish lists for their classrooms. So they will be getting bundles of books very soon of everything that they have chose. But our main goal was for the kids to come down and have fun, for parents to be involved. And we feel like it was a successful event. So thank you for all your support.
Thank you, Amy. Next, we have Alana Level to give us a recap on the elementary school play from last week, as well as faculty appreciation events this past December. Alana?
Thanks, Tara. Hi, everyone. As you may know, the PTA sponsors a theater production for the elementary school, so our kids can experience everything involved with putting on a show, from public speaking to bonding with your cast. This year's musical was called Monstrosity. It was about overcoming our differences. And I have a look at some numbers for you because I think they say a lot about how enthusiastic we are as a community about theater. 155 kids took part from 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades. They had just 9 two-hour rehearsals, believe it or not. Then they put on 4 shows last weekend, all of which were almost sold out. That means that almost 400 people attended each performance, which I think is amazing. The plot, not always completely comprehensible, but the kids did such a wonderful job. They looked so happy up there, happy and proud. Their parents did too in the audience, and it was just amazing to see. We're reflecting now on how to make the program even better, and we'd love to hear from you if you have thoughts. I also have a quick update from the Teacher Appreciation Committee. Around the holidays, we were able to throw a holiday tea for teachers and staff from all 3 divisions of the school. It was a really lovely holiday gathering. We also hosted a farewell party for Dr. Montesano. It was attended by parents, school board members, teachers, and administrators. All of this is thanks to your generous donations. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Alana. I'm not sure if you can answer this question, but there's a question in the chat about the high school play, and if we know if it's appropriate for kids, or I don't know if Ms. Adams or Mr. Vaglica, if you know anything about it.
I don't think that they have said yet. They usually are, but I don't know
I
for
think,
sure.
well, it's Hello Dolly. It was in, but I don't know anything about it, but.
I would guess yes, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
We haven't
Okay.
heard, I haven't heard anything either.
I remember seeing in the Bronco Beat that came out on Friday, they announced what the show is and when you can buy tickets, but I'm not personally familiar with the show. Thank you, Alana. Next up is Maureen Stapleton to outline the Memorial Day events planned for this spring. Maureen?
Hi, everyone. I, along with Lindsay Lavornia, are the Memorial Day co-chairs this year. It's only 4 short months away, but it's a big week for the Bronxville School and the PTA. So we just wanted to come on to share a few dates so people can save it. The festivities kick off on the weekend of May 19th and 20th with the parent socials. The week of the 22nd is the apparel sale, the used book sale, the cupcake cafe, the kids' dollar raffle, as well as the adult raffle. And then the county fair is going to be on the Friday night of the 26th for all the families to enjoy. And then this year, which is a change from last year, is on Saturday, the 27th is going to be the run and the dog show. We will be sending out school-wide communications. You will hear from us a lot, I'm sure. And a majority of the events are put on by the elementary school volunteers. So you will be hearing from the grade level chairs as well as the class parents who have taken on some of the roles in these events. So we look to anybody to volunteer, but if you would like to be involved in any level, please reach out to Lindsay and myself, because we're happy to take anybody who is willing to be a part of this really fun festivities for the families and the school. So thank you.
Thank you, Maureen. We're joined next by Lindsay Johnson to give us an update on the Bronxville After School Club Basque. Lindsay?
Hi, everybody. So the winter session started on Monday this week. It runs through the end of March, and then we'll have a break for spring recess, have any makeup classes, and then we'll follow up with a spring session to round out this year. I just wanted to say kind of a big thank you to everyone who participated in the survey that we sent out during the fall session. We reviewed all the responses, all the feedback, class suggestions. The 3rd through 5th graders took the surveys themselves as well, and they had some opinions on classes, on snacks, on everything. So we take all of that into consideration in trying to make things better going forward. This year alone, we added in Wednesday, so 5 days a week. The kindergarten started right in the fall as well. And we've just been adding classes based on feedback. The winter session alone, we added in, there's jump rope, there's Irish dance added, ceramics, embroidery, additional language classes. So when you see those surveys go out, it really is helpful if you can just take a couple minutes to fill them out. They're anonymous. We don't know who's responding, but any of your feedback, we love to have. Outside of that, if there's any questions, comments, feedback, concerns, you name it, feel free to shoot an email to the Basque at Bronxville PTA address. I'm pretty on top of it, so I respond usually pretty quickly if there's anything that comes up. And that is it.
Thank you, Lindsay. Next up, we have Elizabeth Ringwala to give us an update from the Be Well Committee. Elizabeth?
Hi, everyone. Quick update from Be Well. We're actually really excited. We have our first elementary school age focus event coming up on Thursday, the 9th of February at 7 p.m. We're going to have a virtual talk with Dr. Blake Sakaran. She was put in touch with us through Dr. Vistola. Actually, Dr. Vistola's network brought her to us, and she's going to be talking about sleep issues in elementary school age children. So behavioral interventions we can do if we're having children who are having some trouble with sleep. So stay tuned for that. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Elizabeth. Next up, we have Tatiana Taboas to give us an update from the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion DEI Committee. Tatiana?
Hi, everyone. Okay, so our next event is Wednesday, February 8th. It's Lunar New Year. It's scheduled from 4 to 6, but I just got an update that the start time will be 4:15. It's open to all students across all 3 schools. And if you are sending elementary school students, please have them accompanied by an adult. It'll be really nice. It'll have a lion dance performance, crafts, and light bites. We also have confirmed on Friday, April 28th is International Fair. So people start planning. Whoever's interested, we will have basically an open call for anyone who would like to participate. And in the works, in the pipeline, we're planning for Black History Month in Holly this year. And that's it for now.
All right. Thank you, Tatiana. Next, we have Christina Provenzano to give us an update from the Bronxville Organization for Learning Differences, BOLD Committee. Christina?
Hi, the BOLD Council has lots of resources for parents. We wanted to make sure you were aware of these resources. These resources go from where to take your special needs child to swim or play sports, to recordings of presentations from the excellent teachers and staff at Bronxville. My favorite resource is my peers. BOLD hosts a variety of social events, from coffee and connects, after morning drop-offs, to appetizers and drinks in town. It's great to get to know other parents who are also navigating how best to support our kids and work with the school. I especially like talking with parents of children who are older than mine, so I can learn from their experiences. We have some events coming up. They're also posted on our PTA webpage. Dr. Hallwell, he's an ADHD expert we've had in for a couple years now. He's going to join us on Zoom. The date will be in April. He just notified us that he has a scheduling conflict on March 1st, which is what's posted in all the literature. So just stay tuned for a new date and time, but we'll have him coming soon. March 15th, we have a BOLD Council meeting. And if you have a kid with a 504 or an IEP, you're going to want to come to this, because it's just helping us prepare for the annual review. Like you heard Rakia talking about before, and even Dr. Ristol, it's just kind of nice to have something, set and organized in your mind when you're going into those. We have another Coffee and Connect coming up in February, probably Friday, February 10th. It's at 8:30 a.m. right after the drop off, and you can come in and chat with other parents and teachers. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. Next up, Greg Gleason is here to give us an update from the Chess Club. Greg?
Thanks, Sarah. Chess Club is really excited after 3 long COVID interrupted years. We're back in person, and definitely want to thank everybody's help in coordinating that, especially Miss Adams and Mr. Veklica, who have been really supportive. So it's a lunch program. K through 1 is on Friday, and the other elementary school grades are on Thursday. So we're going to reach out for parent volunteers that can help chaperone on those days, and we're still accepting new chess applicants. So it starts next week. The first session will go through June, and encourage your kids to sign up. It's a great program, and the lunch program is sort of a good way for kids to get initiated into sort of the basics of chess, and there's a lot of abilities to expand on that. We had a really successful tournament in December at the Bronxville school. We're planning another one in May. So a lot of exciting stuff, and really happy to be back in person. So please encourage your kids to sign up and join us.
Thank you, Greg. Finally, we have Catherine Oatkell to give us an update from the Athletic Council. Catherine?
Thank you, Tara. Hi, everybody. I am co-chair of the Athletic Council with Laura Petty, and I'm here to let you guys know that we're very excited that one of our best events is back this year. The Harlem Wizards will be with us on Sunday, March 5th. You definitely want to mark your calendar for this event. If anyone's familiar with the Harlem Globetrotters, this is the same idea, but on a smaller, more local level. They come to our gym. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely geared towards the elementary school kid. Tickets will go on sale on February 10th through Membership Toolkit. An email will be sent to you all to remind everyone, and I really need to stress that tickets are limited and this event sells out every year. And once we sell out, we're really sold out. We're just limited by space, so you want to definitely mark your calendars and get your tickets. Tickets are $25. It is a fundraiser for the Athletic Council, and everybody does need a ticket to enter. Doors will open at 12 o'clock. You can come for lunch. Our concession stand will be cranking. We'll be serving burgers and hot dogs and hot pretzels and all kinds of snacks. There'll also be concession. The Harlem Wizards will be selling their gear, super cool stuff. So come for lunch, and game will begin at 1. If you have any questions, please reach out to myself or to Laura Petty or to our faculty liaison, Jillian McGovern. But again, it's on March 5th and tickets will go on sale February 10th. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. Thanks everyone for sticking with us through everything we want to cover tonight. In the invitation email for this meeting includes a list of upcoming events. These dates are all listed on the live calendar on the PTA website as well. Our next ES Council meeting is Wednesday, March 8th at 7 p.m. on Zoom. And thanks again. Have a good night.